Israel has recognized Somaliland a few days ago, and now it's saying the African nations should follow that same step. And it has calling out some member states. It says Ethiopia and Kenya should recognize Somaliland as well. Well, here is the article from the Jerusalem Post. It's a renowned media network in Israel. And here is look. Israel recognized Somaliland. African nations like Ethiopia, Kenya should be next. And it also tells us why those countries should be next. But in any case, so far, Israel's Somalia's representative to the United Nations has roasted Israel in the United Nations, and Israel deputy ambassador to the UN, Jonathan Miller, said he told the council that Israel's move is not a hostile step toward Somalia, the bigger Somalia, nor does it preclude future dialogue between the parties. Recognition is not an act of defiance. It is an opportunity. That is what he said. Now, in this article, the very beginning of it, it says the people of Republic of Somaliland have walked a rough and often lonely journey for 34 years, is counting since 1990, building an exemplary nation while waiting for the world to recognize reality. That journey required extraordinary perseverance, and it paid off last Friday when Israel officially recognized the Republic of Somaliland, tipping the first domino. This was not a random act, it was a calculated move. Now let's go to where it is explaining why Ethiopia and Kenya should be next. Okay, so as Africa should pay close attention. Let's start with that. The continent frequently speaks of African solutions to African problems. Somaliland represents exactly that, a homegrown success built through dialogue, compromise, and accountability. It shows that peace is possible. Democracy can take root, and power can change hands without violence. Somaliland is not an anomaly to be ignored. It's an example Africa can be proud of. This is why Ethiopia and Kenya in particular should follow Israel's lead. Now, explaining that, the media says for Ethiopia, Somaliland is a critical neighbor that offers strategic partnership opportunities, including security, trade, and a stable terrorism-free border. Somaliland is also the most viable access point to the sea for Ethiopia via Berbera, which already contributes to Ethiopia's growing economy. That is explaining why Ethiopia has to recognize Somaliland. Now, for Kenya, recognizing Somaliland strengthens regional security, counters extremism, stabilizes trade routes, and aligns with Nairobi's long-standing interest in a predictable Horn of Africa. Kenya has already experienced the dangers of unresolved Somali irredentism. Acknowledging Somaliland helps bring clarity where ambiguity has long fueled tension. Somaliland exists. It governs, it delivers, it contributes. Israel has tipped the first domino. Africa, especially Ethiopia and Kenya, should allow the rest to fall. So Israel is asking basically Ethiopia and Kenya to be the first to recognize Somaliland. So far, there are countries who have condemned the move, but we haven't seen anyone who supported it or who took the courage to say that they recognize Somaliland. Those who condemned includes Somalia, Djibouti, the institution like African Union, the Organization of Islamic Countries. From the north, you have Algeria, Egypt. It's a very geopolitical thing. It's not even, thinking of the Somaliland people and what they want. We have seen the Somaliland people, out on the street supporting Israel's recognition. To be honest, I didn't expect that, okay? And on the other hand, you have Somalian people, the Somalis, taking it to the internet and, bringing the issue of Palestine, and this is, it's for military strategy from the security point of view, and others, it's not really, it does not, bring anything good to Somaliland. That's what they're saying on the other hand. Well, it's something to be seen. Somalilanders for now are happy. The rest is, we are going to see what's going to happen there. But also it's interesting which African countries will take the first step to recognize Somaliland. Let us know in the comment section, what do you think of this calling out of Israel, particularly by names Ethiopia and Kenya, should follow a step. Perhaps this is something that's already calculated and they're just testing the ground. Okay, what will happen when they recognize? How the people will react? Should these countries prepare a reason when they come out and say, or they just recognize and then try to make it forgotten from the media world? Let us know in the comment section. Either way, it's really interesting because I didn't expect that. But let's see. Also, there's no official statement from Ethiopia, but it all depends. It all depends. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.